You may not know exactly what you want to do with your life, and that is a common trait amongst many young people. I don't know exactly what I want to do with my life either. Not many people do, to be honest. Some people have a set goal where they will go into a specific career. They know exactly what they need to do to get there. And for some people, that is great. That will give them a sense of direction in their life, and it gets rid of that kind of emptiness feeling that I know many young people currently kind of face and feel like on a day-to-day basis. But you don't have to know exactly, pinpoint where you want to be in life. You just have to know a general direction. What sort of knowledge do I want to acquire? What sort of skills do I want to have, and to be able to teach to other people, and to be able to use those skills to benefit society? What sort of advantages do I have over other people that I can give to those around me, and they will therefore give their skills and their gifts back to me in other indirect forms? Now, I don't exactly know what the hell I want to do with my life specifically just yet. For me, I feel like there's still many things that I could potentially do. I could go into high-end careers with certain like knowledge specialties and stuff like that. I could go into business and use the knowledge and skills that I have to provide products for people to use and to gain sort of happiness and utility off of, or whatever. There's so many different things I could do. I could pursue hobbies, I could do all of that stuff. I could go online, I could go completely offline and do whatever. There's so many possibilities and potential things for me to do. Even though I know there are so many different things I could possibly do with my life, I still know what kind of general direction I want to be heading in. And that is because I know what I want to be doing on a day-to-day basis. I know what kind of knowledge I want to be utilizing, and I know what problems I want to be solving. Even if these big worldly problems won't be solved in a day, the accumulation of the things that I do, the actions I take, the decisions I make over days, doubling and doubling and coupling, means that I'll actually end up having an impact on the world, hopefully. And that has to do with some problems that are particularly scientific and hard for some people to understand. There's problems about the world with pollution and the environment. And that to me is one of my main motivations, my main callings or causes, or whatever the hell you want to call it, because I like nature and I feel like it deserves to be protected in this world from the various forms of pollution that exist nowadays. Some of these environmental problems can be particularly scientific, and I'm quite good at science. I have a lot of scientific knowledge and it comes pretty easily to me compared to other people, and that's why I feel like this is something that I have to be able to use, and I have to use to actually help better society, is my knowledge and my understanding and the easiness for me to understand further things about science and that whole subject in general. There's so many things about pollution and things that don't just pollute the environment but pollute us as humans. So many different chemicals and toxins in our society that not only impact the environment, which is what you may think that the kind of pollution that comes out of like big factories and all the big businesses and corporate and all that sort of stuff, you may think that that just particularly alone impacts the environment, but it doesn't. It impacts us humans as well in quite a drastic and harsh sense of the imagination. Things to do with your endocrine systems and these endocrine disrupting chemicals that are found inside of the environment due to the kind of pollution that we're facing, impacts your reproductive system, impacts your ability to grow muscle and just to generally develop as a human being, especially if you're like a young child that's about to go through puberty. These chemicals can be extremely damaging to your development and can sort of limit your potential, even if you don't really know about it. And there's nothing that you could have particularly done. There's nothing that you were particularly at fault for, or the decisions that you made genuinely led to this. These are the decisions of people long in the past that have led to you being directly affected by these sort of pollutants and chemicals and stuff. And that's one of the main things that I feel like I want to solve. And some of that problem solving requires a scientific background and scientific knowledge, and I don't really know exactly what problems I want to solve. There are so many different problems that kind of pop into my head every day that I'd like to solve, but for now I just need to know to pick one. But for now I know the general direction of my life I want to go in involves this kind of chemistry and scientific information and knowledge, and I know that by making these little snippets of videos about science or about whatever is going to be useful to some people out there. And I know by continually learning more about science and more about chemistry and more about the environment and the world around us and all the things that affect it, I know that that is going in the right direction for what I want to achieve and what problems I want to solve in the future. So even if you don't know exactly what you want to do or exactly how you're going to get there, then just go in the right direction. Make the first step. Do what seems like the right thing to do, the most logical, normal thing to do for someone in your situation that wants to achieve what you want to achieve, essentially. You don't have to know an exact pinpoint direction of what problem you want to solve, what you actually want to do with your life. But as long as you just take the right step, go in the right direction, you will get somewhere, and it will be somewhere that is closer to your goals than where you were before. But with that, I recommend subscribing for more content like this, and have a good day.